Well, darling, I would imagine so, after all the things you've done to me. What? Oh! She smiles flirtatiously. Done to? Not with? Was there no mutuality in this? Good morning, this is Calamity calling, and today I'm playing a game called Seal, or Alone, the Entree. I'm very excited to play this game because this is the first game that anyone has actually sent me and asked me to play. So thank you, Nick, for sending this to me. He's from Paranormal Games. Let's see how I do. I haven't looked at anything about it because I wanted to be completely surprised, but apparently it's going to be quite a thinky one. It's about to begin again. Shh, I know. Well, how far do you think? Not very. Now keep quiet, would you? We're about to begin. Looking for something? Also, this is a text-based game. Should have said that before. So if you don't want to hear me talk a lot, I'm going to understand if you go somewhere else. Everything is blackout, but it feels thick, almost blankety. Complete darkness totally surrounds you. All you can feel is a hard floor beneath your feet. It's smooth and polished. You're sure of that. The darkness can be felt against your skin, like it has a solidity to it in some way. There are no sounds or smells, but you feel like if there were, they would have to work slightly harder to move through this velvet veil of blackness. You hear a lady with soft, silky voice. Looking for something, darling? Wait what? Where am I? Stay silent and feel your way around. It's completely dark. Not far off in my room, honestly. And a strange person is approaching me, and I don't know if you see my playthrough of it. I recommend you watch it, but then of course I do, of Man of Medan, and I feel like that lady in my head is the ghost lady who turns into a squealy, screamy thing. So I'm staying silent. Careful now, darling. Wandering around in the dark ain't the smartest of options. You move cautiously with arms outstretched, slowly waving back and forth, sliding one foot outwards and then the other. Fear fills your chest with every slight bit of progress. Oh, Peggy, stop meddling and give me some goddamn light, you hear the thunderous voice yell. You hear a thunderous man's voices yell. It also makes wow, I'm struggling with English today. It almost makes you jump out of your skin. Lucky you didn't. We've still got further to go, friend. I'm staying silent because, in horror movies, when people are like, hello, so-and-so, are you here? I'm just like, do you not exist in a universe where horror movies are? Because you're gonna die. Stay silent. You stay silent, cautious, hoping like a child closing their hands over their face. If I can't see them, then perhaps they can't see me. Right now, it seems like the best survival move. Where the hell am I? Move a little further, crouch low to the ground and kneel. I just heard someone screaming in the background. Oh god. Okay, so I don't know about you, but my thigh muscles are not that strong. Crouching will not make me move quicker and quieter. It will make me fall on my backside. Move a little further. You move a little further in the darkness, holding back every part of your body from running into the nothingness, but also from screaming out loud with anger and fear. Why am I angry? You hold your voice in your throat, tightening every single muscle. Your eyes are peeled wide open, even though you can see nothing. So much of your focus and awareness is being used by your hearing, that when a light opens not too far in front of you, you are caught off guard, completely frozen, stiff like your mind has lost its ability to function. Oh, it's an Inuit. No, that's not the right word. A Native American warrior of some sort stands motionless, almost in a guarding pose, or even in a trance. Whatever is it, you feel as though he definitely hasn't noticed you yet. He's holding a blade. The shine caught your eye. Am I native also? Or am I obviously a white person? Or like, how is he going to react to me, essentially? I'm going to approach him because I think his hat is cool and I don't want to move backwards back to the weird lady. She might not be weird, she might have been lovely. You never know. You move cautiously towards him. You feel the light illuminate your skin. It feels cold, like fresh cold blue sheets. He shows no sign of noticing you. You move closer and stand before him. He looks sad. His eyes are welled up with tears, but they haven't overflowed yet. He's sad, and I want to know why he's sad. And why isn't he responding to me? But also, if someone did that to me, and I was just zoned out, I'd be pretty mad too. But like, let's see if I'm dead. You wave your eyes. Oh, that moved too quick. Is there a way to change the... Oh, I can't. There we go. Is there a way to change the reading speed? You wave your hands over your eyes to see if he is responsive. He is in some sort of dream state. He must. His blade enters your stomach and you feel it slide up effortlessly inside you. You hear the air leave you, the blood beginning to leak and trickle out of you. You try to touch his face and ask why. Why any of this, but nothing comes out. Your mouth just awkwardly gapes open like an old man asleep on the couch. Jesus, I hope this is a dream. Please let it be a dream. He stutters in another tongue as his tears begin to fall, almost as though he has just done what wasn't under his control. You understand it is as you fade to black. Be gentle as the spring rain. Well, that clearly didn't go well for me, did it? Let's have another go. Tumble out. So, I'm not going to read the bits again because I already read them. So I am going to make another decision pass though. Like the opposite one of all the ones I took. Wait, where am I? Remember. Oh, darling, you're back where you've been before, but never happened to stay too long. You always seem to have your mind made up and bags packed. Come to think of it, her voice does have this familiar feeling. In a way, could this be a dream? I hate when people say, is this a dream in horror movies and stuff? Because, like, clearly not. Why would it be a dream? What is your name? That's a pretty dress she's wearing. Everything comes into focus, almost pushing the darkness away. It's her, the voice. She's slumped in the chair, looking at you almost as though she's watching you without any interest. Like she's seen a familiar face she knows all too well, almost completely knowing you. Ameliana's the name, darling. Nice to meet you. She smirks coyishly as if knowing something you do not. No, definitely not, because I have no rapport with this lady. Why would I presume to be allowed to change the given name that she has told me? Do you want to know my name? Not really, because she would have asked that if she cared. I feel like I know you. It's so strange. Well, darling, I would imagine so, after all the things you've done to me. What? Oh! She smiles flirtatiously. Done to? Not with? Was there no mutuality in this? Oh, dear Lord. Yes, done to me. Over and over again. The games we played. The pain you've caused me. The pleasure. Oh, darling, the pleasure. She breathes deeply, slowly pushing her chest out, sinking even... Is this gonna get, like, more than PG? Because, like, Warner Brother. Sinking even more into her chair. She closes her eyes, her hands move down towards her knees and sliver up to her inner thighs. No, we are not doing this. She has not consented. We do not... No, that's weird. We're not doing that. I think you have me confused with someone else because I don't remember this and you don't seem like you'd be my type if I was into women. She opens her eyes and looks you up and down, studying every single inch. Her eyes and face all of a sudden switch from seductress to a stranger. She quickly sits herself up while straightening her clothes and lifting her neckline slightly higher. It's a bit late for that now. Oh, I see now. Her voice is sharper and more estranged, less breezy, and more businesslike. She keeps staring at you, but her eyes stay transfixed on yours, searching, studying, weighing your soul, all through your eyes, all through a stare. After a short while, which actually felt a lot longer than it was, she breaks her stare and the faintest smile emerges just below the stillness. Oh God, there's so much background noise. Doesn't help that I'm in a cold room. And it's getting progressively darker. Like a large lake fish, slowly and calmly rising to the surface to gulp down a piece of floating food, then heading back into the cool depths. Yes, I see now, darling. You have a reader with you. Well, I can't help you with much, not in the state you're in. There's no fun to be had now. So much background noise and people are moving in my house. There's no, perhaps next time maybe. I think you'd best be on your ways, and I have other things to worry about. But it was good seeing you, darling. I'll be seeing you next time. Okay then. Move into the darkness. Oh, what is that? What is that? No. You walk on for some time, mainly just listening and waving your arms before you in order not to walk. Oh, wait, no, that way. In order to walk face first. I don't like this. This is getting louder into anything. But you notice the staring no longer breaks between each arm wave. Your brain is getting used to the fact that there is nothing in front of you. Every now and then a bit of fear pops into your mind that there could be a wall or sudden drop in front of you. So you slow. Caution slows your movement, but then relaxes again after some time. Oh, I wish the people in my house would stop moving. Ooh. This is exhausting, you think to yourself. Then a light pulses dimly ahead, like a being lost at sea, and finally noticing the light emerging from a lighthouse after being misplaced at sea for days. The light offers hope, land, salvation. You move towards it, but slowly and cautiously with a serene calm. I just want to look at that picture again. What is that? Like, what even is that? Anyway, it could be the exhaustion or it could be precaution. It's too hard to tell, but one thing you already know. In this place, sometimes the land can be more treacherous than the sea of blackness. Walk over to the light. Stick to the darkness and move away from the light. Hey reader, yeah you, pick this option. Love a fourth wall. Everything freezes, your character, the darkness. Even though it's dark, you feel it all become still. So still, in fact, that you seem to be here, but also out there, or in there, or more just where you happen to be at this very moment. Text and sounds, noises are all that follows. The sounds carry themselves on, pre-recorded echoing of what was something before, but drifting on, letting go, ejecting you, making you once again aware of yourself and your surroundings. What self do I speak of? The voice inside you, of course. Surroundings? Well, where you are at this very moment. Quick, do me a favor, look up and around. Oh, this is... Oh. I wish I could see what you are seeing at this very moment. How cool it would be to have the ability, don't you think? No, not really. How do you even know I'm wearing trousers? Ooh. But let's get back to that inner voice. You know, this one reading. Can you hear it? Have you ever studied it? Really? I mean, really listen to your voice? Yeah, I have. I hate hearing myself on camera. The truest narration of all these happenings are fiction, but somehow a solid world within your mind. Well, I don't know if I'm hearing a rattlesnake or a shower or what. The truest narration of all these happenings are fiction, but somehow a solid world within your mind, following letters to words to a voice your voice and my words. It's in here, and you are truly alone. That I now address, and it is important that you begin to listen to it more often, especially when it begins to wander off by itself. That's where the magic is, you know. Funny, I was alone when I wrote this and happened to just be listening as it began to wander, so I recorded what it said. But that was before. Who knows how long before? Something's getting closer. But now you have a past me with a present you. Don't worry, I'm merely a spectre now. Words from a phantom. I wonder what I'm doing right now. That present me, if I'm still around even. Don't you wish you could tap in through the semi-connection that we are having and be able to see what I am seeing at this very moment? No, because you might be doing something awkward or intimate and I really don't want to see someone else on the toilet. Anyway, how cool would it be to have that ability, don't you think? Oh, well, on we go. Let's introduce a voice, a character, another piece of the story, another fragment to unfold. Forget we, no, you were ever here, and let's continue. 1, 2, 3. Hi! Oh, no. No. Ugh. Creepy. If someone actually whispered hi to me right then, I would scream. A whispered voice comes from the jet black surrounding you. I should have switched the lights on. You feel uncomfortable, like something slipped. It could have just been the startle. Thinking as you stand, reflexes at the ready. Looking every which way, only that one light in the distance glows and hums, waiting and daring not to move a muscle other than your heart dancing around in your upper torso, following fluidly, like a dancing cobra emerging from a clay pot, defensively trying to cover all angles of potential attack. The light darts across and again in the direction of your vision. The peripheral as if it is a firefly mixed with the straightened speed of a shooting star. It disappears as you look behind you, leaving streaked patterns to your vision, peering into a black wall at face-to-face distance. Don't worry, I'm not here to harm. I have no intention of that. Nor do I trust you. The voice whispers. The voice sounds male, but weak and polite. Just imagine, right, because this is the best I can do. I noticed you, and by the looks of things, you're new here. Hard to pin down or locate at all. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Oh, you're hard to pin. You stand at the ready. For some reason, you find yourself looking downwards, and oh, no! My feet are under a desk. Oh, no. The one thing I do not agree with is children in horror because I can't cope with it. No children or I'm out. Someone at a child's tallness. What do you want then? You whisper back, having no reason to be whispering, but you do anyway. If you can just focus, just notice some movement or silhouette, I could seize this thing up, and if it's small like I'm thinking, I'm going to grab this little pucker. Thinking while peering as hard as possible, studying every patch of blackness your eyes lock onto. Don't you dare with those background noises. The corner of your vision can still see the twinkle of light in the distance. Oh, I don't know if that's a light bulb or someone's nails down a wall. I won't be staying long. Have to keep moving round here. Remember that, wanderer. See, I noticed you were new, and you seem decent. It's a risk. But folks need help too, so that's a risk I'm willing to take. If I feel safe, that is. What in the actual heck is this place? The voice feels less threatening after listening, and you forget about trying to attack it. Still guarded, though you wait for a response and quickly dart a look over the light. There are some places out here, in other places, even familiar places, a room in your home, even your own bedroom, wherever you are nested, with intimate and recognizable objects that you have decorated. Some with meaning, some with appeal, but nevertheless a safe environment. Protective, sheltering you from the rest of the world. separating, or God forbid, even your own prison if the circumstances fall in that direction, but solitary and confined behind those closed doors. Yeah, I wish for the life of me I could remember that myself. Lights on. There are still small areas. Within that very room, there are pretty much all the time absent of light. Nooks, crannies, corners, underneaths and behinds, they hold dusty realms of forgotten things and undefinables. Ugh. Lights off as the familiar objects ever slightly reform and twist, just enough that they seem to become a little less known to you. A coat rack becomes a gaunt figure. A stretched shadow seems to be reaching forward. A picture on the wall holds a face of loved ones, but they somehow seem disfigured or conjoined. A pile of clothes become a small man sitting in a chair. Oh, God, do I know that. This is when those small, ever-dark areas breach and reach out. Boundaries begin to fade, spreading outwardly, covering, invading what was once familiar. The ever-dark and its blackest centre is where Seal sits. Stare long enough with a patience and curiosity as sleep begins to overpower you. You will see what I say is true as its door hinges loosen and locks undo. Seal opens up. So, I'm in. The voice cuts you off. I have helped with what I know. There is nothing more. You understand a little farther now. I've played my part. We may bump into each other again. Plus, I think you have a light you are planning on heading to. Sometimes you need to unfold all options to find more answers. Best of luck to you. Wait. Nothing as you stand there, somehow feeling the presence of the voice, has already moved on, just as quickly as it came. Despondent, with no way to give chase, you turned your attention to the pulsing light and began to meander towards it. What? What in the hell? As you move closer, you realize the light wasn't pulsing at all, but swinging back and forth, slowly coming to a standstill. It now just sits above a man with no arms, sitting on an old cane and wooden chair. He is staring right in your direction, but it seems as though there's been no notice of you yet. You are still in the darkness, just out of the boundary of view. I know you're out there, he yells. Oh my God, my wardrobe is open again and I just noticed. I feel like I'm going to have to remove all wardrobes from this room. That does not make me happy. Sorry, I've closed the wardrobe. I'm going to walk into the light because honestly, being as blunt as possible, he has no arms. There is only so much he can do to me. You step into the light. It feels surprisingly warm. For some reason, you smell menthol and mint. The man is breathing steadily. He still hasn't made eye contact with you yet. His head is slightly tilted as if he's listening intently. You shuffle one of your feet to make a sound. He turns his head towards you. You realize, yes, I am blind, he states, beating you to the thought, as if he knew the shuffle of a foot was a test by the stranger before him. And armless, in case you didn't notice. A foxy smirk slips across his face as his head juts upwards. He has a gentlemanly voice, young but stern. He seems in a good mood, and you feel relaxed around him for some unknown reason. There are no walls around you, but the paneling of darkness has this way of making you feel as though, when stepping into the light, it's like stepping into another room of divisions. And inside and outside, the works, all the rules of physical as a room comes with. Odd. You think to yourself as you quickly glance the surroundings. There's the cane chair he's sitting on, and the floor is a polished dark red wood with a heavy grain across it. The deep yellow light bouncing off of the floor gives the atmosphere a thick wine red look to it all. It tans the man. He seems calm and cool, almost like a skin-toned brushstroke at the centre of a canvas, completely monotoned with this warm red. His pants in the chair are almost the same shade as the floor. See, in England, that means his underwear. The things that bring you joy. He almost looks like a torso with a head floating in space. His pants are dark khaki, and he is wearing blackish red boots. He is tall and gaunt. If he stood up, he would lurch over me, probably. Walking the darkness, I see. What brings you over to me? See. What an odd thing to say. The darkness, yes. Where is this place? It's not dark in here, is it? For me, it's dark everywhere, but at different depths of gloom. In the nothingness with a lot of something, someone and somewheres. I didn't invite you. You must be a drifter, or lost, or both. You better keep lost drifter for everyone's sake. Never stop, never become still. Being still isn't your part to play in here. It's not the way things work. But then again, rules are meant to be played by. Till you question their existence. All I can say is, don't leave your world there. There's no need to crash and burn. Who are you? Ha! What an absurd question to be asking. Okay. Ha. The name is First Lieutenant Bernard P. Turdhammer. Pwahahaha. But most call me Open Eyes. But you can call me Long Arms. Oh, people are mean. You were a lieutenant? Why would I be sarcastic? Stuff you, then. Ah, I see. A shame. For a lost drifter, I thought you deserved better. I thought you were Sisyphus by now, but you're still asleep. The foxy smirk slowly melts from his face. The look of disappointment and sorrow you feel. He turns away from you. It seems as though he may be crying. Your eyes go heavy and... Ugh. Open your eyes. I see a horse. I saw an eyeball. Oh, ugh. I remember a horror story from when I was young of eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a froggy by its toe. If it screams, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Would be that one following the pattern. Oh, an owl! I like owls. That's delightful. Oh, it's getting coloured. Sisyphus? A red flower? Alone. So, that has been Alone. It was a very intriguing idea. I like the sort of horror-y elements as well. Probably didn't help playing in a dark room. I like the way the story was written and the different characters, and the background noises were a nice touch. Sometimes it wouldn't scroll for me, which wasn't the most helpful, but that may have just been my mouse in the wrong place. But yeah, I think I'm done playing for now, but maybe I'll come back and explore the other pathway again with the Native American and see what happens. So, I hope you have a very lovely day, and most importantly, you do you. And if you are interested in this game, I should have put that first. It's called Alone, and it's from Paranormal Games. Thank you, Nick, for sending me the code to have a go.